365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power365FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio.
Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM.
Good morning and welcome to yet another interesting edition of Newspaper Review on Power 365 FM. Whatever you may be listening to the sound of my voice, this is a beat up on Miracle Oluwadamila. This morning, I'll be taking around the happenings in the world of news stories that I have on my table, as I'll be having with me this morning the Daily Independent newspaper. And also I have the Punch newspaper with me. So this morning I'll be going through headlines. First of all, federal government creating local government, an aberration that's coming from Governor Diri, that says it's time to actually rethink Nigerian federalism. And also outrage creates NNPC fresh petrol price hike amid hardship. And also I'm able to cite this. On the front page, NLC asks federal government to reverse pump price of PMS immediately. And federal government taking Nigerians for granted. That's coming from Northern Youth. Tinubu inefficiency cost of hike. Pairs coming from Akingbolu. It stoke inflationary pressures erode consumer purchasing power. Still on the front page of Daily Independent newspaper, tackling hunger crucial to achieving economic development. That's economic development and stability. That's coming from NESG. And also Utan moves to reclaim and Northern Central PDP chairmanship from Damagum. And also on the front page, I'm able to cite this. Okay, this is on the page 6. A cybercrime a threat to national security, says IGP. And also federal government finalized plan to implement zero VAT on imported pharmaceuticals. Federal government unveils planned portal for CNG conversion. While then we go on a short break, and while we're back from the short break, then we dive into the news in details this morning. Don't touch it out. I will be right back. Alright then, this morning I'll be starting from this page 2 of the Daily Independent newspaper, where I see Akwa Ibom Governor applauds NDDC's Chambers of Commerce initiatives. Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Umo Heno has actually applauded the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) for initiating the establishment of the Niger Delta Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Trade, Mines, and also Agriculture. The governor, who was represented by The governor was actually represented by the Akwa Ibom State Commissioner for Trade and Investment, Dr. John James. A team gave the plaudits while actually declaring open the NDCCTMA sensational workshop in Uyo State, the state capital. He said that the Chamber of Commerce initiative aligned with the state government policy of promoting investment and entrepreneurship as critical drivers of economic development. Governor Eno stressed the importance of collaboration in promoting investment to secure the future of Niger Delta people in the year beyond the oil-driven economy, noting that thinking beyond the oil era was a pathway to sustainable development in the Niger Delta region. Can pick up a copy of the Daily Independent newspaper. It's on page 2 and read further details on that as Akwa Ibom Governor applaud NDCC Chambers of Commerce initiatives. Still on page 2 of the Daily Independent newspaper, I'm able to cite this story. Castina Local Government Ministry assures quality projects in council areas. The Castina State Ministry for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs has promised to ensure that quality projects are executed by the local government council in the state. Honorable Bisi Tamino, the supervising commissioner of the ministry, disclosed these in Bindwal shortly after conducting an unscheduled inspection visit to 9 clinics out of 60 currently being remodeled in Daura Senatorial District. The commissioner explained that so far 23 clinics out of 102 initially selected for the remodeling exercise across the 34 local government of the state has been inspected. He said the ongoing project are targeted at the construction of staff quarters, wall fencing with barbed wire, provision of monopumps, solar-powered lights, rehabilitation renovations of the main clinic structure. Tanemu actually expressed satisfaction with the quality of works at the staff quarters, saying the majority of the contractors have done well, but only a few of them have built the structures with no foundation, DPC. On the provisions of the clinic equipment, the commissioner stated that the state Algon chairman has confirmed that the hospital equipment has been supplied and already described to all 34 local government secretariats of the state. Animu, however, assured that the ministry would ensure the immediate distribution of the equipment to clinics that are ready to start using it. You can read further details on that on page 2 of the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. Leaving the page 2 to page 5 of the Daily Independent newspaper this morning, Rivers to host Internet Governance Forum October 16. Rivers State Government has concluded modalities to host the 2024 edition of the Nigerian Internet Governance Forum (NIGF) in Port Harcourt. The event themed "Responsible Use of the Internet, a Panaka for Sustainable Socio-Economic Development." It is scheduled to begin October 16 and end October 17, 2024 at the River State Ministry of Human Affairs Complex Eastern Bypass, Port Harcourt. NIGF will welcome representatives of the government at all levels and gather the internet community, tech experts, advocacy groups and different stakeholders from the public and the private sectors to discuss critical issues such as regulation of the internet space, among others. The President Internet Society of Nigerian chapter, Engineer Kunle Olorundare, while addressing journalism at the opening ceremony of the 5th edition of the Nigerian School on Internet Governance NSIG 2024 on Tuesday, Port Harcourt, said the forthcoming Internet Forum conference we shine a spotlight responsible use of the internet. Can read further details on that is on page 5 of the Daily Independent newspaper. Rivers to host Internet Governance Forum come October 16th. Okay, moving on. Surprise in the studio this morning. Also, okay, let's go to still talking about page 5 of the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. As US base done condemns casualization of workers in NMPCL. An American-based professor of humanity and comparative literatures at the University of Maryland, Josfinti Abubakar on October 9, 2024, called out the management of the Nigerian National Petroleum of Commission Limited (NNPCL) for their persistent casualization of workers and the degrading treatment meted out to them. Other than that, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs to look into and also make necessary amends. Prof. Josephine equally accused other employers of laborers in the private and public sector of being involved in what she described as man's inimmunity to man. She noted that Section 7, Subsection 1 of the Labor Act 2004 provides that no workers should be engaged on probation or temporary employment for more than 3 months. The statement she actually made available to newsmen said the federal government must urgently put mechanism and also policies in place to ensure that employers of labor conforms to international acceptable standards of employment. Other than that, the Ministry of Labor and Employment must also show proactiveness by asserting that Nigerians are not exposed to indecent and obscene labor practices. That's on page 5 of the Daily Independent newspaper, as US based on condemns casualization of workers in NNPCL. A quick one, let's move to the pages of the Daily Independent newspaper. Cybercrime, a threat to national security, says IGP. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeolu Agbetokun, has actually described cybercrimes as a national security threat which requires urgent attention. Agbetokun stated this on Wednesday in Abuja while declaring open the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center (NPF) and CCC 2024 Cybersecurity Week with the team Secure Our World. The IGP, who was represented by the Deputy Inspector General of Police, DIG, in charge of Finance and Administration, DIG Bala Siroma, disclosed that cybercrime is not a mere technical issue, but a matter of national security and requires immediate attention. He said, "This gathering is a testament of our collective resolve and also commitment to confronting cyber crime, which has actually become one of the most significant challenges of our time." It also highlights our shared determination to address these critical issues and work together towards a safer and also more secure digital world. As we embrace the digital age, we must also confront the stake reality that cyber threats pose significant threat to our national security. Can read further details on that also on the page on page 6 of the Daily Independent newspaper that is out this morning, and read further details on that as cybercrime a threat to national security, says IGP. Right, then let's go together to page 7 of the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. As tackling hungers are crucial to achieving economic development and also stability. That's coming from NESG. The Nigeria Economic Summit Group NESG has stated tackling hunger in Nigeria is a crucial step forward, achieving both economic development and also stability in the country. For the statement on Wednesday is issued by MS Anyonyinka Anyonwale, acting head strategic communication and also advocacy NESG, I beg your pardon, explained that despite the fact that Nigeria has vast agricultural potential, food insecurity remains a significant concern. Ayolowo disclosed that the forthcoming 30th Nigerian Economic Summit will explore targeted interventions and also including enhancing agricultural productivity, improving food distribution systems, and also supporting small holders farmers. According to NESG, tackling hunger one of the most pressing global challenges will take center stage at the 30th Nigerian Economic Summit. Can read further details on that also on page 7 of the daily independent newspaper this morning, as tackling hunger is crucial to achieving economic development and also stability. Okay, let's go together to the page 8 of the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. As I'm able to cite this news story, police arrest ward head, 2 others over kidnapping rescue girls, 16-year-old in Castina. A ward head, Usmatu Adamu, 45-year-old of Runka village, Safana local government, has been arrested by the police for allegedly aiding the kidnap of 4 persons in Castina state. ASP Abubakar Sadiq Aliyu, the police public relation officer, disclosed these in a statement made available to newsmen in Castina on Tuesday. He said on October 3rd, 2024, based on credible allegations, the command successfully tracked the arrest their ward head, now residing at Sabongida village in Igabe local government area, Kaduna State, in connection with a suspected case of criminal conspiracy and kidnapping. He said the suspect ward head was actually arrested after a painstaking investigation following credible intelligence linking him to several kidnapping incidents in Runka, Safana, local government of the state. Preliminary investigations, he had revealed that the suspected was allegedly involved in a criminal conspiracy, a kidnapping of Abdul Karim, Malam Soka, Malam Sirajo, and one Ali, all of Runka village in Safana local government area. The suspect, he said, confessed to commissions of the offense and further mentioned one Rabba Sada, alias BBC 62, and Nasiru Saibu 48, all of Runka village, as his accomplices who were giving information to one Umar, a motorist suspected armed bandits kidnapping. Similarly, on September 27, 2024, at the about 12:16 hours, Castina State Police Command succeeded in arresting the suspected rapists for the brutal assault and attempted murder of a 16-year-old girl in Ambassador Quarters, Castina. Can read further details also on that, and police arrest ward aired, 2 others over kidnapping rescue 16-year-old girl in Castina. And finally, on newspaper review this morning, cholera outbreak eats Niger communities, claim 5 lives. No fewer than 5 people has lost their lives and several others hospitalized in Kacha local government area following the outbreak of cholera in the area. There are also fears that the disease has spread to Paiko in Pekora local government. Apart from Kasha, influence of patients with complications suspected, cases cholera has been witnessed in Paiko Modern Clinic as the management of the hospital already allocated a ward to the affected patient, though the head of the facility declined comment. A healthcare worker told a correspondent on condition of anonymity that the facilities has recorded at least 4 new cases and deaths already as at Wednesday. The independent findings suggest that the disease outbreak might not be unconnected with lack of potable waters at the people depend on seasonal river flows and dung wells for both domestic and commercial water needs. Alright then, before we leave this morning, let me take this one more news stories. Why Nigerian deserve UN Security Council's permanent seat. Nigeria has significantly contributed troops and police officers through the United Nations peacekeeping operations worldwide since 1960. That year, the Nigerian police deployed the first ever contingent of individual police officers to the UN mission in the Congo. Assistant Commissioner of Police Lewis Edet led the team at that time. In these operations, Nigeria resolutely committed herself to the honoring task of maintaining world peace and security. Some of the country's gallant officers earned supreme prize, while many were injured and meant for life. Alright, then you can read further details on that, and also on page 9, why Nigeria deserves UN Security Council's permanent seat. Alright then, this morning, before we leave this one, let's quickly run through the headlines once again. On the front page of the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. Outrage great NNPC fresh petrol price hike amid hardship. Jack up petrol price to 1,030 naira per litre in Abuja and Lagos. Increase ill time Nigerian wallowing in poverty. That's coming from Yusuf. Tinubu inefficiency cause of hike coming from Aking Bolu. We also stoke inflationary pressure, erode consumer purchasing power. Tackling hunger crucial to achieving economic development and sustainability. Utan moves to reclaim National Central PDP chairmanship from Damangum rather. Cybercrime a threat to national security, says IGP. Federal government unveils payment plan portal for CNG conversion. Alright then, you can also read further details by picking up the Daily Independent newspaper that actually came out this morning. As I'll be out of the studio now, my name is Abida from Miracle Oluwadamla. Today, call me away tomorrow for the grand finale of newspaper review on Power365 FM. My name once again is Abida from Miracle Oluwadamla. Please have yourself a fantastic and productive day ahead.
Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM.
Tune in for the rhythms that make you feel alive. And get ready to power up your day every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power365FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio.